Alright, so listen up. You have seen people launch a product and make more than 6 figures in just the matter of days. You have seen people build massive hype for a course, an ebook, or maybe just a paid community and sell out instantly. And today, I'm giving you the exact blueprint to do the same. No bluff, no gatekeeping, just raw money making strategies. Now imagine you're throwing the biggest party ever, but you forget to invite anyone or any people. That's what happens when you launch a product without hype. Nobody shows up, and when nobody shows up, nobody buys, and when nobody buys, you, well, my friend, have no money and end up sad eating instant noodles. And this over here, we don't want that. So today, I'm showing you the exact strategy and everything you need to hype up your product from scratch and turn it into a 6-figure or potentially even more launch. So let's get right into it. So here's what we'll be going to go through throughout the video. Number 1, crafting an offer, building a cult-like audience, the hype machine, the pre-launch strategy, Instagram and YouTube growth hacks, selling without feeling salesy, how to close more than $1,000 just in the DMs, post-launch strategy, the live event breakdown, and last but not the least, the advanced sales psychology. So let's get into the part 1, how you can craft an irresistible offer. So let's start off with the most important thing, your offer. If your offer is weak, my friend, no amount of marketing can save it. If your offer is weak and your product is really good, it's still gonna fail. But if your offer is irresistible, people will sacrifice their savings just to buy from you. Let's start the video off with an analogy, the grandpa's gift. Now imagine you're in a crazy rich family and every single year your aunts and uncles buy your grandpa, the head of the family, the leader, the one with the most money and inheritance, a new Lamborghini or maybe a motorcycle for his birthday. But you want to stand out, my friend. So instead of getting another car, you get grandpa something he's been searching for his entire life. You don't just go and buy a gift, you go next level. You research up about grandpa and find out what he always wanted and get him that one-of-one violet ring from the country Morgan Long, and yes, I made that up. And you wrap it up in the fanciest paper with the biggest bow. And you hand it, and once you hand it over, grandpa sees the gift, sees the package, opens it elegantly, and then when grandpa sees the ring, he bursts out crying because he's been searching for that ring for years. And boom, once he's in tears, you win the inheritance, my friend. You are the one holding all the property that belonged to your grandpa before. So let's break this down into how this story applies to your offer. Your product is basically the gift you're offering to the grandpa, and your branding and your marketing is basically just the wrapper. You have to have the best wrapper or the best marketing. It's the same thing. And the transformation is the emotional impact on the customer, or in this story, the crying of the grandpa. So here are the 7 elements of creating an irresistible offer. Number 1, the mechanism. What makes your offer actually work? Number 2, positioning. How does your product stand out in the vast ocean of these scammy course and paid communities? And third, the safety net, the guarantees you're going to provide, and the risk reversals, the time frame, how fast will they actually see results, and pricing. 5th is the pricing. How do you structure it for maximum value? Number 6, polarization. Make your product so specific that it speaks directly to your audience. And last, the outcome. What transformation will they get out of your course or maybe your paid community? Alright, so here's another example. Think about Apple. They don't just drop an iPhone and say, hey, here's the phone, go buy it. Instead, they drop hints, they drop sneak peeks so people get excited, and when they show off cool new features and make everyone go, wow, I need that. And at the end, they say only a few are available, so hurry up before they're gone. That makes people rush to buy their iPhones. Now imagine doing the same for your product. Show a little previews, tell them why it's special, and make them feel why they can't miss out. And if you need a detailed video on offer creation, I have a link down in the description. This was just an overview, just a tip of the iceberg, but there's a lot to it than it seems to the naked eye. So moving on to part 2, how you can murder your market research or the secret to printing money. If you don't understand your audience better than they understand themselves, you won't sell anything. There's a story that goes, Alex, a fitness coach and content creator with 100,000 loyal followers, decides to launch a digital product, his course. He takes 6 months to create the best course that people have ever seen, and after hyping up his launch, he releases his course. And you know what happens? He gets 0 sales. His course, Grow Your muscle mass and increase your deadlift capacity, and all the 6 months he took, all was wasted. All went into the drain, and after a month he gets his first ever customer, and the customer instantly writes a negative review. Alex contacts the customer to know what the problem is. He says it's not meant for him. He's a 300-pound obese man, and the course was for people who already have a decent body. That's when he realized that almost all of his audience consists of fat, obese people over the age of 25 living in a third world country. So don't be like Alex. Do your market research and figure out what your audience really wants. So here's a method you can use to extract information, to know what type of audience you have, what the people that actually watch your video. So number 1, Instagram polls and stories. You go ahead on your phone and just post a story asking a few questions and telling them to DM their answers. And when they DM, once they DM, you start a conversation about what's the biggest challenge you have with X niche, or maybe fitness niche, or crypto, or maybe relationships. That's a problem. Survey funnels. You can use surveys. You can just post a survey and ask everybody in your audience to go and fill it out, because you are launching a great product, so you needed a few questions. You needed a few answers for your questions. So market research calls. So after you have posted your story, had a conversation in your DMs, now you try to get that create audience, or the guy or maybe the girl onto a call, and then you hop on a call with him, with the person you have set up a call with. And if you want the entire step-by-step plan and all the DM templates, the free resources, and everything. Just let me know in the comment section below. Drop your email and I'm gonna send it right to you. The third is building a cult-like audience. Before you even launch your community, you need an audience, a loyal fans who are gonna buy anything from you. So here's how you're gonna build a cult-like audience. A cult is basically like a religion where people follow anything and everything the boss, the head, or maybe the Pope says to follow. So the first most important step is you have to provide them free value. You have to teach before selling anything. You have to give them something for free before selling it to them. So that you build trust. And don't be afraid to give away free value. Here is the first principle of business. If you solve one of their problems, there's always a list of more problems that will await for them in the future. So even if they start putting in the work, eventually they'll get stuck at something and come back to you to buy your course. Or maybe if they're just too lazy, they'll buy your course. Number 2 is create inside jokes and catchphrases. Make your community feel special. Make them feel connected with you. And make your viewers feel like they're part of an exclusive club. People love feeling like they belong to something really special. Think about your favorite YouTuber. Chances are they have a catchphrase or an inside joke that only their true fans understand. And when people feel like insiders, they stay loyal. And so start using a phrase or maybe a nickname or just a funny reference consistently in your content. When your audience starts repeating it in the comments, you have won. They're not just followers anymore. They're part of your tribe. And when they feel like they're part of something bigger, they'll buy anything you sell, my friend. And third is to be authentic. To be authentic, however you pronounce that. People buy from people, not robots. So stop using AI generated content to sell your stuff, because nobody wants to listen to someone who feels too fake or just too perfect, because that's just not real life. If you have ever failed, struggled, or made mistakes, share that story. Try to connect with the people. Connect with the people with honesty. And think about it. When somebody says, I used to struggle with this too, but here is how I fixed it. It feels real. It feels genuine that guy is a real human and he has gone through what you're going through now, and he is the one who is going to help you. And when people trust you, they'll listen to you, follow you, and when time comes, they'll eventually buy from you. And the last, engage daily. Answer DMs, reply to the comments, go live sometimes. Talk to your audience like they're your friends. Reply to their comments, answer every single one of your DMs that feels relevant, and don't forget to go live time to time. The more you connect, the more they trust you, and once again, trust turns into sales. Let's move on to the fourth part, the hype machine. How to make people desperate for your product. You don't just drop a product. You build a demand like a blockbuster movie. You might have seen this, but blockbuster movies always drop a trailer 2, 4, or maybe 5 years before the actual release. You wonder why? They build hype around the movies, and once they actually release it, people go insane and book entire cinema halls to watch the movie. So here is the 3-phase hype machine, step-by-step execution method. So phase 1, the tease. This phase is the 4 weeks before you launch your product. Start hinting at something big is coming. Like drop hints that something big is coming and post behind the scene clips, blurred out sneak peeks, or cryptic message like I've been working on something crazy, can't wait to share it. The goal, here is the goal. You build curiosity and make people ask questions. So here's the phase 2, the warm up. This is the phase you're gonna go through 2 weeks before the launch. You show the customer the pain points and how you'll solve them. Engage with them in DMs or maybe Instagram stories or maybe just the comment section. And once again, if you want the entire plan, step by step, comment the word more in the comment section below. And it's in the second phase, the warm-up phase, the 2 weeks before you launch the product, you start talking about the struggles with your audience, your audience faces. For example, if you're in the fitness niche and your audience struggles to build muscle, you hint that you have the solution. So you share stories, testimonials, or maybe mini case studies. Use Instagram polls, maybe Q&As and DMs to get people engaged and thinking, I need this. The goal, make them see the problem so they're ready for the solution. Or in simple words, your launch. So here's the phase 3, the final countdown. 7 days before you launch your product, drop testimonials, case studies, hype trailers. Set up a countdown on Instagram and YouTube to remind your audience every single day, every single hour, that how much time is left before you launch the secret thing. Make them feel like they can't afford to miss this. And the 4th phase, the final phase, the final day, you drop your free masterclass and tell them this is the big thing you have been planning for the entire week or maybe the month. Then launch your digital product. This is the moment you have been building up to, the big reveal. But before you ask for the sale, you have to give them so much value that they trust you completely. Step 1, drop a free masterclass, something like 5-day free masterclass, live masterclass. Teach them something so valuable that people feel like they already won just by attending your free masterclass. Make them think, if this is free, the paid version must be insane. The goal is to prove that you have the solution they need. So step 2 in the 4th phase, the final day, you show them why they need more. Inside the masterclass, connect the dots, show them what they have learned, but also highlight that the full transformation requires deeper guidance, exclusive insights, and your support, which is exactly what your paid community, your high-ticket offer, one-on-one coaching calls, or maybe your digital product provides. And step 3, at the end of your masterclass, make the big reveal. You drop the link to buy and create urgency. You say that only a few spots are there available, spots are really limited, and the price goes up, or the price goes up in 48 hours. Here's the call to action you could use. Now that you have seen exactly how this works, it's time to take action. Click the link below to join now before the early birds spots disappear. The final push. Send out emails, DMs, and social media posts. Post reminding people that The doors are finally open and they can buy your product. So here's a real example. Tesla Cybertruck. You know how Elon Musk announced Cybertruck around 10 years ago, and before the launch he made people desperate to order it, and like 5 years ago he made it available to pre-order, so you could just give Elon your money to secure a spot to buy his product. So part 5 is selling without feeling salesy. Selling isn't about convincing people. It's about making them realize they can't afford to miss out. The fundamental principle of business is people never want to be sold to something. They want to feel like they bought it only because they need it and they are in control. So here is the DM script that has generated many of the content creators more than $10,000 in sales. Using this exact script, John created more than $47,000 in the first 3 days of his paid community. And a high ticket offer. Here is the script. Hey name, saw you interested in the product. What's your biggest struggle with niche right now? And then you get a reply, and then you give a reply back. Got it. If I could show you how to fix that in just 10 days, would that help? And then he would reply, yes, that would. Then you go, perfect. Let's hop on to a 15-minute chat to see if this is a good fit. What time works best for you? So that my friend was the DM script. That using it you can close your audience from some random dude to eventually hopping on a call with him, and then you can offer him your product, your high ticket offer that's gonna cost around $1,000 or maybe even more per month. So let's move on to the next thing. So here's the part 5, the execution plan, what to do next. So here is the execution plan, or maybe the action plan. Now that you have everything you need to launch a 6-figure digital product, but knowledge without action is just useless, my friend. So the action plan: do your market research and find out what your ideal audience is. Use the 7 key elements to build an offer that will surely solve your ideal audience's problems. Number 3, create teasers for your digital product. Number 5, apply the Instagram and YouTube growth hacks. Number 6, build up hype around your free digital masterclass and start recording and editing. Start building the paid community and the paid course, plus an ebook will also help. Do your pre-launch tactics as shown in the video. Gather leads or potential customers, you might call them, who might be interested to buy your course, like your followers, the people you like, the people who like your videos, or maybe the people who just drop a comment on your videos. You can extract their information using a few tools called Instagram lead list exporter. And finally, launch your product after building the hype. And the last step, you have to finally manage the whole community after launching your product. If that seems like a lot of work and way too many steps, it's because it is. Let's face the harsh reality of this world. There's nothing gained without losing something. And in this case, you're trading your work for a cash flow of tens of thousands of dollars. So the real question is, are you willing to put in the work today so you never have to worry about making money ever again? If you want the entire plan step by step, comment the word more in the comment section below, and I'll send you the free masterclass personally for completely free.